Welcome to another classic car buyer video review. Today we have a 1976 Porsche 911 Carrera. The famous, distinctive and durable design is unmistakable. Originally introduced in 1963 and built through to 1989 when it was succeeded by a modified version which was referred to internally as the Porsche 964 but still sold as the Porsche 911. It's a lovely looking car with that iconic Porsche shape. This 911 is finished in silver with a black roof, a huge black spoiler and black rims with chrome insets to accentuate the black and silver paint job. You can see that big Carrera decal which runs along the side of the car just in case you're driving down the road and you're worried that people won't recognise that it is a Carrera. It also has a custom registration plate with the 911 model tag in there too. Now let's take a look inside. The cabin is fairly spacious for the driver and front passenger. It's comfortable and looks nice, but even with the part leather seats and leather on the doors, it doesn't feel or looks as luxurious as some of the other classic cars we've reviewed recently, such as the BMW 635 CSI Highline. The dashboard is very basic. There's not much in the way of buttons or controls. You have 5 big dials behind the steering wheel, which are clear and easy to read. The dial on the right is a clock, which to me seems like a strange place to put the clock, but it serves its purpose. Next to that, you have the speedo, rev counter, engine temperature, oil gauge and fuel gauge. As you would expect with most sports coupes, there is a limited space for the rear seat passengers. Most people would feel very cramped back there. I believe they should be seen as a goodwill gesture rather than practical rear seats. As you most likely know, the engine is housed in the rear of the car, with the storage space under the bonnet. The shape of the 911 has a long front end, so there's very reasonable amount of storage space underneath the bonnet. More than enough space to fit in a loaf of bread and a pint of milk, or some of the essentials you'd need for a picnic in the countryside. At the rear of the car, there is a boot lid. Under that massive sporty spoiler or wow towel, which feeds the airflow through into the engine bay to regulate the temperature of the 3-litre engine. The 3-litre engine develops 200 horsepower with plenty of torque, 188 foot-pounds at just 4,300 RPM to be exact, giving you really usable power delivery. The Carrera 3-litre is becoming increasingly rare as it was only produced for 2 years, 1976 and 1977. During those years, only 3,687 cars were built, and of those, 2,564 were coupes and only 1,123 were Targas. Now let's take it for a spin. If you have ever driven an air-cooled Porsche from this era, then you'll know exactly how this car drives. It's very raw, it's a real driver's car. The sound coming from the air-cooled Porsche engine sitting behind you makes you want to put your foot down, pick up some speed and hear that engine roar. The gear changes in this pre-G50 gearbox can be a little notchy, but get it right and it's a really rewarding experience. On the whole, it offers a great driving experience, one that's extremely special and hard to match with other sports cars from the same era. It feels almost like a go-kart for the road, with the engine behind you, lots of feedback from the steering wheel, letting you know exactly what those front wheels are doing. This classic Porsche 911 Carrera 3 litre is a great example of a classic luxury sports car. It's well built, it looks great, and offers an engaging and powerful ride. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming classic car video reviews.